What's up, brand builder? I'm Mash Bonigala, and welcome to another episode of the Brand Builder Show. In today's episode, how to stop attracting the wrong customers. You know the old saying, any business is good business. Sounds like it makes sense, right? Wrong. These days, any business is not good business. In fact, in 60% of businesses, success seems impossible because of the wrong type of customer. Understanding and figuring out who your ideal customer is, in fact, is paramount to success. Narrowing your focus and restricting your buyer profile will do wonders. This is exactly what one of our clients did. This may sound counterintuitive to what most people say. Why would you want to reduce the number of people who could qualify to give you their money, right? In this video, I will take a few examples to demonstrate what kind of harm the wrong type of customers can do to your business. First is the loss of time. In most businesses, 80% of the customer service issues are due to 20% of the customer. These can be categorized as the wrong customer, broadly. I know I'm painting large brushstrokes here, but if you look at the data and facts out there, you will start to see a sense in what I'm saying. If you analyze your business right now, I'm sure you will notice that a lot of the headaches and issues are caused by a small number of your customers. Usually, these are small ticket customers and would have probably brought your product or service purely based on price evaluation. Spending lots of time dealing with customer service issues is a drain on your time and resources. Assuming that these issues are not due to serious flaws in your product, service, or process flow, you'd be better off spending that time on taking care of your good customers or on business development. One of our clients, Anne, told me the story of a customer who engaged her copywriting services. Now, right off the bat, the customer had haggled on the price and extracted a discount from Anne while claiming that he did not see anything elaborate or that he would be happy with some simple copy to use in a brochure. Now, after the project began and Anne sent the first draft of the marketing copy, her troubles began. She got back an email with one sentence from the client. Not happy with the copy, please rewrite more professionally. Now, Anne was livid reading this. She had spent over 8 hours researching, brainstorming, and then writing and rewriting the copy. Now, Anne has over 12 years experience in writing marketing copy, and she has a few awards under her belt. So she emailed back the client asking for clarification. She wanted to know what exactly the client did not like and what part he would like changed. The client's reply? If I knew what parts to change, why would I hire you and pay that much money? Wow. Anne was amazed at that response. But you know what? I'm not. I've seen my fair share of such nonsense in our agency a few years back, before we changed our strategy, of course. Anyway, this went on for days. Finally, Anne gave up and went back to the drawing board. She rewrote the copy and even added an additional section which was outside the scope of the project. You can guess what happened next. More such short and nonsense replies. Then came the phone calls. Time was draining like water through a cloth sieve. Anne spent countless hours on this project. After 3 weeks, all of a sudden, she gets an email from the client that he's still not happy with the copy and wanted a refund. Now, I will not go into what actually happened after that, but Anne should have fired this client right after the first email. Better yet, she should have said no to this customer to start with. Yes, I know. How could Anne have known this customer was bad? You cannot turn down projects just because you get a bad vibe or because the customer haggles on the price. Yes, you can, and in fact, you must. Next, is loss of money. Often, bad customers can lead to your business losing money. Focusing on trying to please bad customers takes away time from taking care of your good customers, increasing their lifetime value, and from business development. This leads to loss. You not only lose money on the bad customers' projects, but also leave money on the table because you're too busy dealing with nagging clients. This may come off as harsh, but it is the truth, and you must call a spade a spade. Now, back in the days when we at Spellbrand used to have packages for our service with fixed rates, we had a service that included creating a Facebook and Twitter cover images and avatars. It was priced at $150, I think. Most of the customers who chose the cheapest package and purchased this particular add-on almost always used to come back with outrageous requests. They would give examples of Facebook pages of brands such as Nike, McDonald's, Coke, and so on, and ask that we create cover images that would make their pages be as popular as those bigger brand pages. Those bigger brand Facebook pages were popular not because of their cover images, but because of the relentless marketing of the companies and the amount of money that is invested in their social media campaigns. We could create cover images for these clients that aligned with their branding and their business, but they would reject the designs time and again and demanded that we create something similar to what the bigger brands had. Sometimes we would do 7 or 8 different images. The average cost for us would be over $500 on such projects, just for that particular phase. So we were not only losing money on the add-on, but also taking a loss on the main project. We would have been better off not taking these clients in the first place. Of course, we did learn our lesson and got rid of the cheap packages and implemented a pricing strategy that stopped such customers even approaching us. Now, I will talk about this tactic further down this video. Next is the loss of spirit. The biggest damage bad customers can do to your business, in my opinion, is to your spirit and motivation. They can drain you of the joy and passion of running your business and providing a high quality product or service. Bad customers can lead to despair and to take you to the brink of giving up and closing shop. It may sound dramatic, but it is true. If you start dreading emails or calls from customers who see no sense in rational thinking and expect you to deliver the world on a platter for less than nothing, then you lose your drive and passion for your business. Instead of customer service being about helping your customers and enjoying the sense of elation that comes from seeing a customer happy, it becomes a nightmare, something that has to be avoided. Customers start looking like the enemy rather than the reason why your business exists for. Naturally, that is when your customer service levels will drop, which in truth will make the situation worse. You will have angry customers, but both good and bad ones. You'll be driving away your best customers because you stop caring. You'll be stressed and lose sleep over it. You will start to hate getting up and going to work. I know of a friend, Jessica, who actually gave up her business and went back into the workforce just because she lost all motivation and passion for her business due to wrong customers. Now, originally she had quit her job as a business strategist at a large PR firm to offer her services to small business clients directly as a consultant. She had over 8 years of strategy experience and wanted to make a difference in the lives of small business owners and entrepreneurs. It started out great. She got her branding done, a shiny new website, and started marketing her service. Soon, she started getting inquiries, followed by paying clients. Now, Jessica was over the moon. She was living her dream. She was her own boss and was doing what she loved the most. Then things started taking a turn for the worse. It all started with customers paying her base fee for strategy sessions, which included research on the business, a 1 hour phone call, or a Skype session during which Jessica would outline a strategy to help the client propel their business to success. Now, after the session, Jessica would answer 2 to 3 emails with any questions or clarifications. But what she started noticing was that clients would pay the base fee and expect that she create their entire branding and marketing strategy, as well as hold their hands during implementation. They expected her to pick up the phone and talk to them anytime they wanted and offer more advice. When Jessica started to put her foot down and let the clients know that the service only included 1 call and 2 to 3 follow-up emails, they started getting angry. She had to answer angry clients by email and phone. Since most of the clients were small business owners starting out on less than a shoestring budget, they felt that Jessica was responsible for the implementation and eventual success of their business. A lot of the clients requested refunds, and some even went for chargebacks. This started taking a toll on Jessica. Instead of spending time researching and providing a good service to new clients, she spent most of her time and energies trying to calm and appease angry clients. She started dreading customer service. She hated answering emails. She dreaded picking up the phone. She felt trapped in a nightmare. Does that sound familiar? Anyway, to cut the long story short, eventually Jessica gave up, threw in the towel, and shut down her consulting business. In a few months, she went back to finding a job. So, how do you stop attracting the wrong customer? In all the example cases, the main problem was attracting the wrong customers. Sometimes it was a simple case of not identifying the correct target profile, which meant attracting the wrong customer. In other cases, it was bad pricing strategy, which attracted the wrong type of customer. Now, here are 3 steps to take to ensure you don't attract the wrong type of customer. The first, creating a focused buyer persona or target profile strategy. The first thing you would need to do if you're just starting your venture is to work out who your customer is. Even if you've been running your business for a while and think that you're attracting the right customers, evaluating your existing customers and figuring out your ideal buyer persona is critical. Do not try and target everyone in the world. In the case of my client Anne, she targeted anyone who needed copywriting service. In Jessica's case, she thought her target audience was anyone who needed business strategy advice. On the face of it, of course, this kind of outlook makes sense, right? Wrong. Targeting a broad range of customers is a recipe for disaster. At the very least, it would mean a mediocre business success. You have to really drill down and get to the core of whom you want to serve. There are different types of copywriting. Marketing copy is used in advertising, copy for sales letters, copy for websites, copy for content marketing, copy for verticals such as real estate agents or dentists or cosmetic companies, and so on. You get the idea. I agree that when you're starting out, it may seem like a brand suicide to focus on a narrow niche and reject the broad world out there. But understanding who your ideal customer is very important, and nothing else should be done till you nail this down. Number 2, creating the right pricing and profit strategy. 9 times out of 10, when a business starts attracting the wrong customers, it is due to a bad pricing strategy. Most often, it is due to pricing being too low, not knowing your value or the value of our products or services that you provide is all too common. Most business owners simply price their products or services based on the competition, or their need to go grow the business, or their need for revenue. Now, all these approaches are flawed. Basing your pricing on the competition means you're simply entering a dog race, which is influenced by price wars and a race to the bottom. If your competition lowers their pricing, you're forced to do the same just to survive in the market. Economies of scale and a more efficient process may enable your competition to lower prices and still make a profit. That may not be the same case for you. Basing your pricing on your needs to drum up some business is a serious flaw too. It just shows that you're not prepared or ready to think long term. If you do not have the means to survive a slow business growth, then you should not be starting your business at that point in time. Now, this may sound contrary to what business gurus may say. Waiting for the right time may be too late for a business is the common myth out there. Jump right in and then sort out any issues is the popular mantra. In my opinion, that is completely wrong. Having a buffer to survive at least 6 to 8 months without cash flow is fundamental to any business. This allows you the luxury of looking at the value of your product or service and then pricing it based on the value you bring to the market. Of course, I'm not advocating that you simply price your product or service high. I'm saying that you need to reframe your business and your brand story to enable you to charge more. If you have a valuable product or service, even though it may be one of the hundreds of options out there, you deserve to set yourself apart through value-based storytelling. With the right kind of storytelling, you can charge more. Charging more and increasing prices has always increased business and profits for a ton of brands out there, if done, of course, properly. If you look at brands such as Apple or Ted Baker or Mini, you see that they charge more than their competitors and are still sought after in the market. Of course, agreed that in most cases they have superior products, but they also have better storytelling and pricing strategy. So take a serious look at your product or service and go for the value-based pricing rather than trying to be the cheapest out there. By being the cheapest or low-priced, you attract the wrong kind of customers. You attract customers who make decisions based on price alone and not value. You do not want to work with such customers because they lead to one of the problems that I just talked about. Number 3, create the right storytelling. Your brand narrative, the visual language, and your online presence all act as beacons in attracting the right or wrong kind of customer. Telling the wrong story attracts the wrong customer. In fact, in most businesses, there is no story. They simply have a product or service and a sales pitch. And often, the sales pitch is not confident or focused. It goes back to point number 1 and tries to be generic and attract everyone or anyone. It is watered down to try and appeal to a broad range of customers. This leads to a message and story that are neither effective nor powerful. So what happens when you have a watered down story or even the lack of a brand story? Yes, you've guessed it right. You end up attracting the wrong customer. You need to step up and distill your brand essence that in turn helps you create a powerful brand story. Telling the right story involves the following critical elements. First, think inwards. Now, distill your core values and your brand purpose. This will help you create the brand story. Create a mission statement if you don't have one. This is very helpful in the process of creating your brand story and narrative. Dig deep to understand why you started the business in the first place. Understand your motivations and those of your brand. Find elements that make your brand unique. What sets your brand apart? What makes you stand out? When telling your brand story, try and visualize the ideal customer. Craft your story to appeal to your ideal customer. Introduce story elements that would filter out customers that are wrong for your business. For this, you need to go back to the buyer profile and take care of creating the right kind of buyer profile. Every business is different and everyone has different circumstances. And this video may seem a little too generic or black and white, but I'm trying to sort of set the groundwork for your understanding the importance of knowing the wrong customers and avoiding them. This is about learning to say no to all type of businesses and trying to focus on saying yes to the right kind of business. I hope you found this episode useful. If you have any questions about this video or this topic, please hit me up on Twitter. My handle is Bonigala. Or leave comments below this video and I will surely respond. And as always, please don't forget to subscribe to the Brand Builder Show channel so that you will be alerted when my next episode comes out. Till my next video, take care.